Hi, I'm Mandy. Welcome back to those who are returning, and welcome to those who are new. Today, we're going to be working on setting up our month of July's budget and talk about some things that's changing and why. So, let's get started. Let me pull up where we need to go here. I'm still using Tasha's from Mind Your Money. What Tasha from Mind Your Money, which is her website is Tasha Loves Lives budget book, the annual book. I have it inside I have created a catch-all planner where I have my family schedule, things to do, my YouTube and Etsy items to do, and plus my budget. So instead of having three different planners, is combined into one. So that's the reason why it's not in the original booklet. Alright, so we're working on July. Okay. So things are. Well, let's talk about it. In the month of June, which is still June while I'm recording this, but it may be in July, first week of July before you see this, depending on how my budgeting videos go. Okay, so what happened in June that's causing some rearranging? First, hubby's bill. Hubby's phone just died on us. He was trying to take a picture, and the cat stepped on it at the same time, and it froze, and that was it. So we ended up having to go on a plan through Verizon. The reason why we decided to go on a Verizon plan is because we was buying these phones from Amazon that was $100-$200 at a time, just for so that he can have a phone. Well, we had to replace that phone 2 to 3 times, a phone this year, 2 to 3 times. So we calculated it up. By the time we paid $200 there, $200 here, we could have bought him a brand new phone and it will last a whole lot longer. So we went on to the Verizon plan. We had to pay $62, which is the taxes on the phone. And they prorate the bill, the first bill, for a month and a half. So it's going to be around $132 or something like that for the first month. And then hubby's bill, which goes to a creditor, that if it doesn't get there on time, then the agreement can be avoided. And we don't want to avoid that because that's taking care of a lot of items within that amount. He kept noticing that the website said that he sent it through USPS, and it was a money order. And he kept saying that the payment had not been processed, and he was getting nervous because he only had 5 more days till payment is due. So he emails the creditor, and the creditor says, "No, we have not received it. You'll need to go ahead and make another payment." So we had to go along just taking care of his phone, go ahead and pull another $294 to cover that bill again, because they had not received it. Well, the theory was if they received the other payment, then they would just apply it to next month and we wouldn't have to make a payment next month. That was the hope. But the next day he received it back in the mail. It had been shredded up. I guess it got caught in their machines that they send it through for sorting. And because that happened, he has to file a claim with the United Postal Service, and that can take 60 days before he can get his money back on the $294. And I did have to pay, I wiped out our savings to help cover it, and then I did have to pull some from a month ahead funds. So we're having to go through and reevaluate what is coming out of our paycheck for the month to see if we can't cut down on expenses until we get our savings built back up. And I plan on paying back the month ahead fund once our next income comes in, which should be on the 26th. Now, you may see this after that. So, we're going to pay that back because we don't want to interfere with our bills because that money needs to be there because we're a month ahead. Okay, long enough explaining what happened. But it happens. It's life. But I'm thankful that we had the money there to cover it. So, yeah. And then we're going to have to pay extra on the cell phone bill for. So that's just why it's going to be a little bit higher because we still have some already in the envelope to help cover some of that cost. So that's the reason why the cell phone is going to be a little bit higher than what you normally see it as. Okay, so July. I have a mess with my papers. Please ignore the mess. Actually, let me just do this and see if it helps it. Yep, that helped it. Kitty Cats has been running up and down my desk all day. I've been trying to use that little vacuum to help keep things clean, but it doesn't work. Okay, so in July I get paid 2 times. So we're going to estimate both of those is going to be $950. So 950. So let's add that together. Ignore the dirty calculator. You probably can't tell it, but it's dirty. So that leaves us, when you add those together, it's $1,900. I am what we call a zero-based budgeter. Now, zero-based budgeter doesn't mean that at the end of the month that you're not going to have anything left in your checking account. You can have a section in your budget listed as a cushion to show how much you have left after everything comes out. And that can be part of your emergency fund or savings. That cushion is just in case a bill comes through or an extra expense comes through that you may not have the money at that time that you may have forgot about. It's there to catch it, and you don't have no overdraft fee. So basically, that's what what I use my cushion for. Unfortunately, that has been depleted. I no longer have $200. I only have $50 left. So that's something else I'm going to have to build back up also through everything that's went on. So here we go. Okay, so the first section, we always put our monthly bills. Now, I am a month ahead, technically. but that money that I use will be paid back. So these amounts will be going towards August bills. And I do them in categories. Utilities for us is our electric bill, our garbage bill, our home phone, and our electric. Yes, we still have a home phone, folks. We kind of have to just in case electric goes out and our cell phones doesn't work. We have an extra way calling out during the winter months and summer months. I have to have it because where I work from home, I have to have a way to contact my supervisor if my electric goes out or my internet goes out. I have to have a way. Okay, so utilities, we're going to plan $248. Cell phone, as Mr. Cooting lays on my hand, is going to be $82. Car insurance, it's $261. That is for 2 vehicles, and it is actually the lowest pricing we're able to get. We keep searching. Our subscriptions, I did go through our subscriptions and I did do a lot of cutting. We've basically went down doing bare bone, like what is actually necessary for us to have. And so we have cut that down to $42. Hubby's bill, which will be for August. This is the one that we had to pay twice. It's $294. Now, if something happens where we get that refund check back in time, we'll just save this for the following month. And we're adding a category, and that's debt. $112. I hadn't been including this in my monthly budgets, but I realize I need to so I can keep track of how much I'm paying. It is for one of the cell phones that we got for him, and it broke, but I had put it on PayPal, and PayPal at the time had where you can extend it for 2 years, and so where I've been making extra payments, and I got it down. Still paying it for 24 months. We got it down to like 12 months, I think is what it is at now. So we're paying extra when I can to it to help pay that. And then plus something else. What was it? Oh, what was it? And we have another PayPal where you paid every 2 weeks for something that I can't remember what it was for. But that's when you add those two items up. That's including paying off the one that is every 2 weeks. That we paid off this month. And once it's paid off, we'll probably take that extra amount and pay it to the one for the other phone to get it paid off. Okay. I hope that makes sense. I feel like I'm just rambling. But anyhow, the 248 plus 82. Hope you can see that. Wait a minute, I'll start back over because I think I added it twice. Okay, so that equals $1,039 as the total. So in order to know what I did to know how much I'm able to put towards my rest of my categories, I take this amount and subtract it from the 1900, and I have $861 still left. So I have $861 left. Sorry I had a phone call, so if you see a skip, that's the reason why. Okay, so where were we? Even though this is monthly saves and miscellaneous, I'm using these two as a different reason, so just letting you know. Okay, so for food, because we got to eat, it's going to be at $400. That's $200 over 2 weeks. Eating out, we are trying our best to eat at home more than eat out. But last couple of times we have ran over an eating out budget. So just as a precaution measure, just in case we can't eat out all the time at home, I did raise our budget for eating out, which is going to be $250. Now, if we don't use it for eating out, we can go to our food, our groceries. Gas, we have not really, gas, we haven't really been spending a lot of money on gas, even with the trip, because we had trip money for HIT. So I lowered HIT down because I wouldn't use putting that much towards it if we didn't need it. So we're lowering it down to $170 to see how HIT does. We may be able to lower it lower depending on how much traveling we do. And the miscellaneous, we're keeping that. Keeping it $30. We're putting it lower and HIT down to $30. I'll get it out in a minute. Okay. So let's add these up. $400, $250. That gives us a total of $850. We're going to subtract that from the $861, which will leave us $11, but I'll use the calculator just to show. $11. My hope is that my income will be higher than $950, and if it is, we're going to throw that into our savings. And so this one's going to be savings challenges. I'm just going to put I'm running out of room. I'm writing too big today. $11. 11 and left equals 0. Oh. Put it there. So income is 1,900. So it's 861, 850, and $11. We're going to add these three amounts up just as a precaution, just to double check ourselves, to make sure it equals out to be 1,900 on it. 61, 850. Oh, oops, that's supposed to be $1,039. No wonder I wasn't calculating it out right. I was putting the amount left, and so the amount total. I bet you guys was yelling at me. Like, Mandy, you're doing that wrong. Mandy. Well, that's going to look weird with the white out there, but that's okay. And I just sent y'all flying. I'm sorry. So let's write the right amount. $1,039. 850. Now let's do some calculation. Cause I was wondering why that was coming up 1722. Because I wasn't doing it right. 1,039 plus 850 plus $11. 1,900. So that leaves, we're all balanced out there. And the way I can double check myself is before I put it in my planner, is I do a little mock up of it in my notebook, in my just a regular pen gear note composition book. That way, the final copy goes in here. Because if you're like me, you may do it once and you look at it, well, no, I need to add this, or no, this needs to be lower, this and that. And so this can get, this paper here can get very messy. I could show you, like, see. This, it can get very messy. And so that's the reason why I set this up. And since you just seen it on there, let's talk about our goes. And let's go back to this page. So our goes here, this is our month of July calendar, is to build our savings up, our car maintenance and house funds. No extra spending, and cut back on eating out. That is our goals for July, because what we can cut back on eating out and not use all of our food budget up, we can take that money and build up our savings. Because since we're completely wipe out, other than our bill money, I want to get that built up as fast as I can, because I don't have no credit cards or anything like that. I only have to use like pay forward services like PayPal, Klarna, stuff like that. And those don't always cover any emergency that may come up. You can't buy everything on with those. Until I'm trying to get away from using those. But when you don't always have a lot, you got to do what you got to do just to get through the situation, and then you make a plan on how to pay it back or how to start fresh. And we are changing up the way that we are doing savings challenges. Since we're talking about changing things and new goals, let me get that binder out and I can show you. Because this video will post before you see the change in the saving challenges. Okay, here we go. C-Bucks, still going to say the same. It's going to be for college. Okay. Instead of doing, just going through and randomly choosing a certain amount for each challenge, and then doing bill condensing, and then using that month ahead savings binder I use for sinking funds. For our regular savings challenges, we're not going to do that way no more. Each savings challenge that we're going to do has been allocated a category. For example, you have a friend and me. This challenge, I went ahead and eliminated it and marked where we are so far, is going to go to our oops, slash our cushion. So when I finish this challenge, outside the real, of course the placeholder money can't go towards you, but you get the drift. So this is going to go be to our oops or cushion. These sets, let me pull that out if I can. Once I'm finished with these challenges, we'll now once I get done with the low income savings challenge, we'll be starting the Let's Go to the Zoo challenge. And these challenges are going to be going to the car maintenance. I thought that was cute. Talking about let's go to the zoo. You have to use the car to go to the zoo, so we'll probably start the green one first. So, after we get done with Ryan's challenge, the next section of challenges beach day, and then we'll get finished. We're going to start the honeycomb challenge to 51. It's going to go to the birthday. Both of these will be going to birthday. And we'll just alternate between each one. Once we finish one, we'll move to the other one, and so forth. I went ahead and laminated those too. That way, they're reusable. Cakewalk and these challenges. Santa's Little Helpers. Can you guess which category it's going to go to? If you guess Christmas, you're right. So, that's where those is going to go to. If I can get it down in there. And of course, road trip. These was extra that I had. So this was only two, but you get 3 sets if you get them from my shop. Is going to travel. Road trip travel. I just put just little note cards on the back when I laminate them so they're lined so I can help keep track as I make deposits and stuff into the challenge just to know how much that is. If you buy a challenge for me and you request them to be laminated and will like this added to the back of them, just leave a note in the note to seller section or message me after you make the purchase and say, Mandy, I will lock the A6. I'll call them trackers, but really it's just the line papers. And let you know the last line is kind of short. It's not perfect, but it's just enough to where you can write down the date, pause it, add, track, whatever you want to on your challenges. So be happy, and these challenges are going to be going to our house fund. And the B challenge plus shine bright challenges. And that's got something on it. It's going to go to our health. Okay. Because I'm going to have to get some things done. And I need to build my health fund up so I can. Now, what's it now? These challenges are going to stay the same. We're just going to keep doing what we've been doing them. Filling them up and occasionally do a bill condensing. Do a bill condensing. Sorry, Cooney walked right in front of the camera and it went circle. And once we get done with it, do the bill condensing and add it to our 100 envelope challenge. Then what we'll do is take that money and then we'll still use the monthly challenge book that I've been using for our sinking fund. So that's still going to be in play. It's just not going to be for these challenges. It's just going to be for the 100 envelope challenges. So that way I feel like that I can get more done because honestly I don't think the way I've been doing it this last quarter, not everything got hit that needed to be added to. So this is the way I can at least ensure something's going to them while we're doing this part, okay? I hope that makes sense. It's a new quarter, so I'm just trying something new. It is okay to change them up occasionally if you need to. I think I'm going to have to condense these ones because they're pretty thick and it's making it bulk. But anyways. Alright. It's about getting to where we want to see it, so we're going to have to do something. Either get a binder or condense the 100 envelope challenge section, which I'm hoping to at least get one more added. It's a little bit more added into it before we do that, but we'll see. All right. I know this was a long one. Thank you for hanging in there. I just wanted to go over a few things with you, showing what's coming up, what's changing, why we're changing it, and let you know that just letting you know what's going on, just keeping you updated. It's not, but budgeting does have its ups and downs, but it's what you do to help fix it, to help yourself improve, that makes it better. Because the next time you have something come up, you might be surprised that you have it covered in your savings challenges or in your sinking funds. Don't give up, my friend. We'll get there. Just one day at a time, 1 week at a time, 1 month at a time. We got this. So if you're new here, please take a look around. I have plenty of videos to choose from. If you like what you see, please consider subscribing. I would love to have you part of my budgeting community. And yes, you'll see a kitty cat or two popping up through my videos. I think they do that so they can make sure Liz is laughing. Because ever since she's mentioned in her comments that she gets tickled when they run across my stuff when I'm busy doing something, they've been doing it more. So I'm blaming you, Liz. I'm blaming you, Liz. I think it's just where everybody's home and then they're just checking out everybody. They had to come see what mommy's doing. And if you're a returning subscriber, I love you all. Couldn't do it without you. Remember, every dime counts. And here's to a new month, a fresh new start, a new quarter. Have a great, and if you'd like to check out more videos like this, check out the ones that's posting up right about now. Otherwise, me and Miss Linksy will say, see you later, alligator. Bye.